as humans, we do the best we can to avoid those negative people, those negative experiences, events that can knock us down. I think it's part of our natural survival instinct to keep ourselves up. But as much as we like to think that we can control this, I think really at the end of the day, deep down, the truth is that we know this is out of our hands. And there's just certain things that we can't control. As a kid, I grew up in Southern California. And besides spending our winters on the beach, we also spent our summers on the beach. And I remember once I was on a boogie board, and at this beach there was a rock jetty, one of these boulder protrusions that go out into the sea. And I was on my boogie board, and the waves and the current were pushing me closer and closer to this rock jetty. And the waves weren't, these massive, huge waves that could really be threatening, life-threatening, but they were big enough and I was small enough that there could be some damage done. And I was getting closer and closer to these rocks and trying to swim out of the current to no success. And finally, I actually started yelling for help. I remember I was scared and I just started screaming help, and nobody could hear me. And I was getting closer to the rocks. And then I don't know what made me do this, but I just put my foot down and shocked myself that the water was about waist high and I could just walk out from what seemed to me to be a threat. And to this day, I just remember the sensation that I had, the psychological jolt of going from absolute fear of being really hurt to salvation. Sometimes the lesson that I think I got from that is that sometimes in life you just have to put your foot down, put your foot forward, move on, and that little step, that little effort can get us out of the danger, can get us out of the harm. I live in a city called Beitar Illit in Israel, and this last winter, was the beginning of last winter, the community that I lived in, we took a big hit. Had a tragedy where a family with 4 kids had a fire in their home, and 2 of the kids survived and 2 were lost. And the grandfather spoke at the end of the Shiva, at the end of the mourning period. There was a big gathering, and the grandfather spoke. And he went into detail about what happened that night. And he explained how the oldest daughter went into the room and saw her sister sitting at the end of her bed. The other bed was caught on fire. She grabbed her sister's hand and pulled her out down the hallway towards the front door to their apartment. In the dark, there was no electricity. And there was so much smoke in the apartment that it was hard to breathe. And her younger sister could hardly walk because of it. And as they made their way down the hallway, her sister collapsed. And the older sister, grabbing her hand, looked down at her sister and said, "Kumi, get up." And she got up. She walked a few more steps. She fell again. She told her sister, "Kumi, get up." She got up. She just kept telling her to get up, get up, get up. And they made it out. Sometimes we're under an avalanche we feel like we're under an avalanche. We just have to keep telling ourselves to get up. To get up. And we can do it. If you found this helpful, inspiring, I would really appreciate it if you would share it with me. In life we meet toxic people. There are people in our work, social groups that we're part of, people that attack us. Words can be so hurtful, so destructive. Events can happen to us, devastating events, knock the wind out of our sails. Bring our confidence to a zero. But we all have to know that so much of it is just a psychological illusion. And so it is so in our hands and in our souls to just keep going. Just have to put your foot down, put your foot forward, just have to get up. Pull yourself up. Just keep going and pull yourself up. And sometimes there's nobody that can do it except for you. Because sometimes you could take a right hook to the head that sends you to the floor, and the referee can be standing over you with the count, and nobody's going to be coming in the ring to help you get up. There's just going to be that inner voice inside your head telling you to get up. Kumu, get up. Pull yourself up. Pick yourself up. Thank you. You should all have a wonderful week.